Hey guys and girls, welcome back. So we just finished protecting the mines from Ace Frost.
Deep in the Grand Norzelian mines lay a most
we found lots of crystals
discovery. Crystals of pure salt.
I guess now we're gonna see
in possession of knowledge that could alter the course of history in Norzelia.
what we're gonna do with them.
The members of House Wolfort gather at Whiteholm Castle to discuss their next move. If griefs could passion more, is that what that said? I think.
Unexpected though it may be, the salt crystals are now ours. How shall we proceed?
Carefully, for it has the potential to alter the balance of power across Norzelia. This is an opportunity to reshape the realm to our benefit. We must be strategic.
It's a target on our backs is what it is. There'll be no peace for us so long as we hold them.
Heisent will set upon us with a fury we've never known if they hear of this.
She's right. They will stop at nothing to defend their faith.
Nor will Frost go quietly into the night.
Then let us prepare for when word does spread, rather than fret over how long we can keep the secret. Whether we protect the salt as ours, or find another way to use it, we must act soon.
What say you, Your Majesty?
We find ourselves at a crossroads. Not just as a kingdom, but an entire realm. Our decision will touch every life in Norzelia. I too wish to act quickly. But I beg you all for a moment alone with my thoughts.
Your caution is admirable, but ill-advised. Hesitation could cost us everything.
That much is obvious. Yet I cannot race headlong into the unknown when so much depends upon us.
Benedict, I find myself unmoored as well. I wish to hear from all present before we decide upon a course of action.
As you wish. Pray let it be swift.
Serenoa, answer me this. Can I count on you to walk the path with me? Whatever it may be.
I was named Lord of House Wolfort long before I was inducted into the Saintly Seven, and I've been your friend even longer still.
Say no more. Take the others to Castle Wolfort and await my word. Likewise.
As you wish.
Whether the salt crystals within the Grand Norzelian mines reaches the Hierophant's palace. Of course. Of course. Thank you, Milo.
Ah, Milo has sent a dispatch from Glenbrook. Deep within the Grand Norzelian mines lies... It would seem salt crystals were found within.
Impossible!
The discovery of salt outside the source explains Gustadolf's recent provocations.
How can you be so calm? The teachings tell us that salt is a blessing, bestowed only upon the goddess's followers.
Because it's all a lie. He knew.
Crystals is an existential threat to Heisent.
Salt crystals are salt too. We need only keep word of this discovery from spreading.
Of course. But how?
The Hierophant has spoken. Minister Exham, you shall raise an army and seize the Grand Norzelian mines in Heisent's name.
The Hierophant asks us to invade Glenbrook?
Do you have another way to silence King Roland and his royal hounds in House Wolfort?
Minister Serenoa is one of us, and thus is honor bound to heed the Hierophant's word.
But we know not if he will do so, or if he will cast his lot with his precious king. You shall ask him yourself when you surround Castle Wolfort en route to the mine.
And if he resists?
You are free to deal with him, as we do with all who forsake the goddess.
Well, that's great. Not like I didn't see that coming.
Have you heard the popular rumor, Lord Claris?
That Heisent intends to raise an army against Glenbrook? Yes, I am familiar.
So it's reached the consortium then. Is it true?
King Roland has only just reclaimed the Crown City with Heisent's help, not to mention restored relations with them. Ordinarily, such a thing would be unthinkable, but the rumors are so persistent that I think something may be afoot.
For example?
I wouldn't be so restless if I had an example to give.
Esfrost gathers its troops at Twinsgate. Might they have heard the rumors as well?
Perhaps. A battle for the very soul of Norzelia may loom on the horizon. But therein lies the opportunity for merchants like us. You can't wage war without a surfeit of supplies.
You're quite right about that.
And each shift in Norzelia's power balance opens new business opportunities.
Will the consortium continue trading with Heisent?
'Tis difficult to say. I believe House Wolfort's actions from here on will be key to the consortium's decision.
House Wolfort, you say?
Indeed. They've been involved in most every conflict between the three nations on this continent. Why stop now? I shall wait and see how Lord Serenoa responds first, lest I make any hasty decisions.
I am gladdened to see each and every one of you, my ironclad brothers in arms, here at Twinsgate. I have asked you here to tell you of a most fortuitous discovery. We have found crystals of salt deep in the Grand Norzelian mines. Alas, Glenbrook has taken those very mines from us. What's worse, Glenbrook's esteemed House Wolfort is led by one of the saintly seven of Heisent. They will no doubt be informed of the salt crystals, and their precious religion will be shaken to its core. I trust you can all imagine how Heisent will respond to such an affront. They will not go quietly, but will instead seek the crystals for themselves, that their reign of terror may continue unimpeded. Therefore, we must subdue Glenbrook and seize the mines for Esfrost if we are to counter this grave threat. But we cannot stop there, for that will only draw Heisent to our gates. They will stop at nothing to conquer all of Norzelia in their name. The Duchy has never been in a more precarious position. But we will not yield. We subscribe to no faith, and we bend the knee for no king. We shall greet our enemies at Twinsgate with cold, hard steel. Our newest weapon, the Death's Knell, is nearly complete. With it, we shall strike back at Heisent. The false goddess shall crumble beneath the sheer force of our iron will, and Heisent reduced to rubble along with her. Raise your swords, my black iron heroes. Your names shall be cast in iron when the histories of this day are written. You shall be known as the defenders of Esfrost. For Esfrost!
Oh yes. The death snare will reduce many a falsehood to rubble, dear Gustadolf.
Heisent has learned of the soul crystals.
Everything is going to hell and back.
Saint-7 wastes no time in mustering his army, which now marches on the Grand Norzelian mines. Elsewhere, Gustadolf amasses his own forces at Twins Gate in anticipation of the war to come. All eyes are on Glenbrook, where Roland and Serenoa's pronouncement could touch off a battle for the soul of Norzelia. After much deliberation, Roland makes his way to Castle Wolffort to inform Serenoa of the decision that now weighs heavy on his heart.
Let's see what Roland has to talk to us about.
I appreciate you coming all this way, Roland.
I was the one who asked for your time, so it is only natural I make the journey. I wish to tell you that I finally made up my mind.
And I would hear your decision if you were willing to share it with me.
I've long pondered over the one thing that Norzelia needs most. I thought back on the Salt Iron War. 30 years have passed, yet the root of our conflict remains the same. Each nation still thinks only of itself, wishing to fill its coffers even at the expense of others. But who bears the brunt of such a war?
The people.
Exactly so. The avarice of the ruler is an existential threat to the loyal subjects.
And yet without that wealth, the people suffer just as much. They languish in poverty.
This much is obvious. But there can be no winner without a loser. Remove one, and you necessarily remove the other. If we achieve equality, we achieve peace.
And how do you propose we achieve... No. No, surely you don't mean...
Yes. The goddess's teachings. All can live as equals under the goddess. An authority greater than any king. The model nation was in front of us all along, Serenoa.
Wait.
The holy state of Heisent.
So he's siding with
I
Heisent?
decided that we must give the salt crystals in the Grand Norzelian mines to Heisent.
Why?
And in so doing, you'll give them control of all Norzelia.
Exactly. There will be no more squabbling over salt. Norzelia will know eternal peace at last.
Unequal peace, surely. One built on the backs of a people like the Roselle, if not the Roselle themselves.
I am not blind to that fact. But so few will suffer for the good of so many. Nothing in this world is perfect, Serenoa. The sacrifice of the few for the good of the many. It's the only clear answer, and one I would give every time I were asked.
Submitting to the goddess will rob you of your kingship.
So be it.
Wow.
My pride. They're but small prices to pay for peace.
You are truly prepared to throw it all away.
Join me, Serenoa. Let us unite Norzelia under the Holy State.
Roland, this is quite sudden.
I understand. Pray, take all the time you need.
He's really about to just throw away everything. And let's not forget...
I expect Frederica will want nothing to do with this plan, seeing as it forsakes her people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not forget.
I'm already mourning the rift this may cause between you. but I shall not be swayed.
Destroy
This will be my final act as Glenbrook's king.
the Rosellans. You bastard. That's so, like, wrong.
King Roland's anguish plays plainly across his face.
I'm not surprised. The future of our kingdom to say.
Pray tell, what do you intend to do about the salt?
In truth, I can't. Salt is too precious to be hoarded. We've a duty to share it with the...
Where the difficulty lies, yes. The salt lies at the heart of every war in Norzel.
Would that the boundless salted sea of Rosellan legend still existed. We'd have no need of conflict if there were a source of salt for all.
My love, if I may, the discovery of the salt crystals has made... The first is that my mother spoke true in the legend she passed on to me.
And the other is that the goddess's teachings are nothing more than...
Just so. We are guilty of nothing, yet the Roselle languish in the source, where they are looked down upon and forced to work until they die. Entire generations lost, countless lives given to Heisent's cruelty. Cruelty created to justify Heisent's own avarice and lust for power.
Am I really about to
ugly lie at the heart of their teachings?
Go against
one revealed by a crystal of the mineral they hold so dear. The time has come, Serenoa. The Roselle must be freed. The salt crystals have brought us to the brink of war. We can harness this unrest, incite the Roselle to rise up and rebel against their captors.
I am with you. Believe me, I am. But...
Simple. Yes, I know. But we can no longer wait for someone to do the right thing. Help isn't coming. Why else would my own mother incite rebellion? We are alone.
I swear to you, none of this feels distant to me. The Roselle live in my domain. I am betrothed to you, my dear. It couldn't feel any closer.
And I thank the stars that I have you by my side. I do. In truth, that's why I think this time will be different. Why I'll...
I agree. But the risk is immense. Suppose we succeed, what then? Heisent?
Of course not.
And when that time comes, you can lead the Roselle to Central, just as your mother wrote about in the book she left behind. Beyond the Great Falls and the Folk's domain, at the end of the Norzelia River, the ancestral home of the Roselle.
But that's just...
We've already found one legend to be rooted in truth. Perhaps.
I doubt Benedict will share our feelings, though. Abandoning all we've built to embark on a journey fraught with... Yet no matter how perilous the path ahead, I would happily...
Aww. See, I feel like, and it's not just because of their love, right? I don't think he is right for wanting to side with Heisent.
I trust you understand what a monumental effect that whatever course of action we choose will determine whether House Wolffort leaves a legacy in that history.
How would you proceed, Benedict?
I would do all I could to keep it from falling into Heisent's hands. They already control the source. With the crystals in hand, they will solidify their grip on the realm. The siren song of a false equality under their goddess shall blanket the land, claiming every domain.
Even though they count me among the Saintly Seven.
Even then, for that matters little when the equality they espouse is dictated by the goddess. In the end, they will have the same life and death control over all Norzelia that they now hold over the Roselle.
And our wounds from the battle with Esfrost have only begun to heal. Heisent will destroy us if we wage war against them in our current state.
But they stand little chance against us.
I was gonna say.
With Esfrost.
Ally with Esfrost?
I was gonna say.
Are you of sound mind, Benedict?
Quite. Think about it for a moment. Esfrost wants nothing more than to loosen Heisent's grip. They will go to war if it means control of the salt crystals.
Our interests are broadly aligned, yes, but...
Esfrost has been building toward precisely that purpose for...
You speak of the Death Knell, the weapon that Cordelia meant.
Precisely. a weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield to rubble, leaving Heisent. Without that weapon, we cannot win. You need only say the word, and I shall convince Esfrost to join our side.
I'm down. I hate both sides.
I appreciate your candor, Benedict,
but
and I do not doubt you could secure Esfrost's cooperation.
Heisent is enslaving
I fear
people.
the harder fight is within our own domain. King Roland's heart will...
His heart will not be easily won, I know.
I bid you listen closely and...
That we might have to side against him.
Do you believe King Roland is fit to rule?
What are you implying?
Decorum is of little use when the fate of our realm is at stake, Lord Serenoa. Are you content to spend the rest of your life in servitude to another?
Not another word, Benedict.
You're talking about me being king?
He is my friend.
And you are Lord of House Wolfort, whose military prowess is known to all Norzelia. Not the guard dog of Glenbrook and Heisent. What else are you here to do, if not to protect your house? But you have the potential for so much more. All Norzelia could be yours if you but desired it.
Treason, if not outright regicide. These are your suggestions.
Of course not. The blood in your veins and the royal family's ring are claim enough to the throne. There is no need for violence.
I told you not to speak of that again.
But you did not tell me to forget. The time to reckon with your lineage draws near.
You must make a...
I've heard enough. Leave me.
Just know that I will do anything you ask of me, Lord Serenoa. I pray that you make the right choice, but for yourself.
Damn. I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't know what's the right choice. Once again, House Wolfort stands before three diverging paths. The time has come to lay their convictions bare before the scales and make their greatest decision yet.